Hi, I'm Andy.
Hey, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
And we're here today. We're going to do a music video review. You guys don't know what I was going to suggest, but I'm going to tell you today we are going to check out the new video by Testament. And it's... we have to. We've been talking about Testament for weeks now.
We love Testament.
It has to be done. And it's WWIII. I've not heard it. It came up on my feed that they just dropped this video. And I thought, do you know what? I think they dropped it about a week ago. And I thought, you know what? We've been talking about Testament in videos for the last few weeks. We've got to go and check out a Testament video. It has to be done, and we have to give it its honest critique. So yeah, we won't pause. We won't talk during the video, but we will share our thoughts and feelings at the end. I think let's just get straight into it and see what Testament is all about.
To my subdue
Okay, there we go. Testament World War III. I don't. It says World War II thing, but it says he mentioned World War III in it for some strange reason. I want to go ahead and talk before the rest of you. I'm going to go first this time. Of the 5 or 6 videos we've reacted to today, this is my favourite. I love the track. I thought it was brilliant. I'm sure I have heard Testament before, but that sounded brilliant. It sounded modern in production standards, but sounded like a song, maybe like a 1990s Countdown to Extinction era Megadeth kind of vibe to it. It had some great, nice, chuggy breakdowns in it for me. Love the vocals. I thought he had some real nice weight, guttural, and you tend to find like a lot of the vocalists that have been around for a long time, their vocals start to get weaker. They can't do some of that lower end stuff. They can't do any of the higher stuff. He's got a great load of warmth in that voice when he was doing it. So I really liked that. I did feel that the solo was a thrown together solo. It didn't add any color. It just felt like it was, let's put some shredding. And I'm like, yeah, it's a solo for the sake of a solo, but it didn't add anything. You could have put any solo in there. So I would have liked to have maybe seen some more work put into that solo. And the video, I wish they'd done a better video. It was fine to do a performance video, but for a song that's that good, they've done an even better video with a bit more element of story in there, because they've tried to get some story in there with the bomb explosions and stuff like that. But you can see that the guys can't really rock out the way they used to. There's a lot of like kind of that sort of play into it. They weren't getting into the full head mosh. They might kind of collapse and need like a walking stick to get back up again afterwards. Who knows? But that kind of element of the live performance one is a difficult one to pull off if you're not able to kind of fully rock into it, and that's what I didn't quite get from that performance video. I wasn't getting that intensity that the song was giving me. So, but I loved the song. I thought it was definitely my favorite, and it made me go, I'm going to go and get the album after this. So I want to hear the new album now from that, which I never thought I'd say about Testament. So there you go. Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, should we be clear? There's a bit of an in-joke about Testament, isn't there? Because of episode 1 of the ADK show, and one of the questions was about quotas at festivals, and we kept using Testament as an example.
Testament on the bill.
You're always mid-tier on the bill. What a song! I agree with you. I mean, let's be clear. This is a metal supergroup, isn't it? So Andy, you and I love the band Death. So you've got Gene Hoglan on drums, who played on Symbolic and Individual Thought Patterns by Death. Steve DiGiorgio on bass, who played on the greatest death metal album of all time, in my opinion, the 1991 album by Death called Human. And Alex Skolnick, what a guitar player. But you're right, Chuck Billy, the vocalist, he just gets better with age. You could hear every lyric in that song, including when he was talking about raining in blood, which is quite self-referential to the thrash genre. Great production. How loud was the bass? The low-end growl of the bass from Steve DiGiorgio. Real colossal riffing in there. I agree, the solo was nothing special. They just had to put that in. But just listen to the footwork of Gene Hoglan. This guy, there's a reason why they call him the human drum machine. His work in Strapping Young Lad was always incredible, and not surprisingly ended up in Fear Factory. Like you, I can't wait for the new album. If it sounds like that, 10 songs like that, I'd easily sit through.
Yep.
It would be a minimum of 7 out of 10 if all the songs are like that. And one more thing I'll say, I've always respected Testament because obviously they were a second wave thrash band and really spearheaded the second wave in the late 80s. Unlike the other thrash bands in the 90s, they didn't sell out. They did a 1994 album called Low, where
what's going on there? I've lost connection.
for a thrash band, they went in a death metal in the 90s. Did we lose the connection there?
Yeah, I think so. Hang on, 2 secs. I think either... Right, okay, I think its connection's come back. I think the internet just dropped out. So talk about, you were just saying about Testament and...
Yeah, just...
about their 90s album. Start from there.
I was just saying one thing I respect about Testament. Obviously, thrash metal really suffered in the 1990s, and they did a 1994 album called Low, where they went for lower tunings. And then, unusually for a thrash band, they went in a bit of a death metal direction, which no other thrash band was doing. So they really just continued being a heavy band, even when it wasn't popular and thrash metal was not a mainstream concern. So to me, they're a great band. And hey, there's a reason why they're halfway up the bill at every major festival. It's testament. They're a metal supergroup, and they deserve to be there.
Cool. Andy, what did you think?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. As you said, they're absolute metal legends in that lineup. I think is it Eric Peterson is the other guitarist?
Yeah, what a player.
Alex Skolnick, you mentioned as well, and Chuck Billy. They're the three original members from what I remember from listening to Testament in the early days. And you know, Gene Holden, what a drummer, and Steve DiGiorio, he's a metal legend as well. But yeah, I really like that. Never been a huge fan, to be honest. I've been listening to their earlier albums. I like the sort of slower mid section of that particular song. Agree with you, David, that the solo was just thrown in there because songs like that have solos, and it wasn't great. And the video as well. If that was produced by one of our local metal favourites, we'd be thinking, oh, that's a really good video. But for a band of Testament's stature and a song that good, it needed a little bit more. You know, there wasn't much budget thrown at that, I don't think. But yeah, probably my favourite of the day, to be honest.
Can I just ask a question then? So, you know, we were talking about Megadeth before. Can you imagine if Megadeth had Chuck Billy in the band? How much better they'd be. He was fronting Megadeth's music, and his vocals have actually changed, keep improving. I noticed he was going for that. Did you say, Dave, the gravel-throated, like the chorus? That could have been John Bush from Armored Saint, who later went on to be in Anthrax, who's probably the most underrated singer in metal, and he was really touching some of that same register, some of the range that John Bush has. I was just amazed by it. I thought the last album was really strong, mainly because of the vocals. And honestly, there's not many better, because thrash metal is really difficult, isn't it, to get yourself heard. The temptation nowadays with thrash is to just do the hardcore vocals and scream them. So he gives you hope that you don't have to be a power metal vocalist, you don't have to do the hardcore screaming, nothing wrong with that. But when you can hear every lyric and there's a real oomph, a real grotesque growl to it, a snarl, that's fantastic. And more bands should be listening to that and thinking, hey, can we do something similar with the vocals?
Yeah, I mean, his vocals haven't, well, as you said, I think they may have even improved as the many years have gone by. I mean, I'm thinking some of my favourite bands like Flotsam and Jetsam, Eric A.K. He's incredible vocals on the early Flotsam albums, but on the remake of No Place for Disgrace, you can see that he's holding himself back because he just can't hit those top notes. He just hasn't got the same aggression. But I think Chuck Billy has been consistent throughout Testament's career as being a very, very strong vocalist, and that demonstrated itself in that song there.
There we go. That was Testament this week. I think we all give that a massive thumbs up from us, which doesn't always happen. But Testament did absolutely blew us away there. So we will definitely check out some more of the new album Testament and some new videos from them hopefully in the future. We may even go back and check out some of the older Testament stuff at a later date. But if you like this video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like and share, and we'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.